Hi there! Have you seen an Android phone under 20,000 that supports wireless charging plus MagPower charging support? I highly doubt that. Well, MagPower is just like MagSafe, just a different name for obvious reasons. All these years, Android users would be wish we too had a MagSafe wireless charging solution for our pocket-friendly phones. And it's here. This is the Infinix Note 40 Pro. It packs in a lot without burning a hole in your wallet. So without further ado, let's start with the grand unboxing. So this is a special box. It says #TakeCharge. Let's see what it includes. Wow! All-round fast charging 2.0. More details below. Pretty interesting. Then further in the center is the box that includes the phone. Then this is the MagPad, which is like a puck. And this is the MagPower. Let's start with the phone first. So a lot of details on the box, but let's dive in deeper. Right on the top is the phone itself. Then you have the paperwork that no one reads, a SIM ejector pin, USB-A to USB-C charging cable, 45-watt charging adapter, a mag cover. We'll talk about it in just a moment, why it's called a mag cover, and a screen protector. So glad Infinix takes the effort to include everything inside the box. Let's move to the MagPad. So you can see some specs and details on the box. Inside we have the wireless charging MagPad. It connects to the USB-C of your charging cable. It's very well built, I'd say. Let's move to the MagPower. Some specifications about it are mentioned here. Let's open it up. Now this is like a power bank. Well, not like, it's actually a power bank that attaches behind your phone. Wow, this looks so good. White matte finish, amazing build quality, Infinix branding, LED lights at the bottom, power button here, USB-C port, just loving it. Now most of you would assume that it works like just it would on an iPhone where it attaches with magnets behind the phone. Well, no, because there are no magnets inside this phone like an iPhone. Doing that would have made this phone thicker and heavier. So Infinix came up with a very smart solution. The cover comes with magnets. Check this out. So now you can use the MagPower or even the MagPad to connect it to the phone and charge the phone wirelessly. Best part, the cover has the same vegan leather matte finish that we see on the back of the phone. So it doesn't even feel like a cover. Absolutely love this implementation. Now Infinix Note 40 Pro is India's first smartphone to come with a dedicated power management chip, which they call Infinix Cheetah X1. Now how will this help, you might ask? Well, it gives you more control. We can choose smart charge or low temperature charge, which now will charge slower but helps improve the battery lifespan. It also supports reverse charging, so now you can charge your smartphones or TWS earphones that support wireless charging from the Infinix Note 40 Pro. Trust me, this comes very handy in an emergency. Then AI charging protection, where it basically understands your charging pattern. It slow charges at night to reduce battery aging. Then bypass charging also comes really handy. Now suppose you're playing a game or watching a video, you put your phone to charge. What usually happens is that the battery starts heating up. But now it will bypass the power supply to the phone and not directly to the battery, helping it prevent overheating and extend battery lifespan. The Pro variant comes with a 5000 mAh battery that would easily last me a full day with heavy use. 45-watt charger is provided in the box, which charges the phone to 50% in less than 20 minutes. Now the MagPad and MagPower support 20-watt wireless charging. I find the MagPower super convenient. Firstly, it's very slim, so it doesn't make the phone feel bulky. It's got a good magnetic grip, so it won't fall off either. It comes with a 3000 mAh battery, so technically when it is attached to your phone like this, you can plug in the USB-C cable at the back of the MagPower and it will charge the MagPower as well as the phone together. So convenient. It's so slim you can separately carry it in your pocket, weighs barely 86 grams. And just in case you have an iPhone like I do, it will work with that as well and your even iPhone starts charging. It's so cool. Let's talk about the phone's build and design. Now first look and you know it's super premium. Vegan leather finish, which is soft to touch and doesn't attract any fingerprint or smudges. The camera module on the top has this lovely golden texture finish, truly stands out. 108 megapixel primary sensor and 2 megapixel depth sensor for portraits. The same gold finish is seen all around. On the top is an IR blaster, top firing speaker with JBL logo. On the side are the power volume rockers. At the bottom is a secondary down firing speaker, USB-C charging port, a microphone and a SIM tray that can house dual nano SIM cards. Sadly, there's no SD card support. Now, especially worth mentioning that this device comes with NFC support, which is always handy. For me, I can use my phone to unlock my home door. Isn't that cool? Then the device also comes with IP53 rating, so mild splashes should be fine. But my advice would be keep it as away from water as possible. It's good that it has IP rating, but still don't risk it. Let's check out the camera samples. So here are some images taken with the 108 megapixel rear camera. Frankly, it's really good. Very detailed. During the day, it's crisp, it's bright, good colors. Dynamic range is also quite good. You can see the detail in the shadows. Here are some taken in low light, also pretty clear thanks to OIS. Then here's a 2K 30 FPS handheld video recording. It's quite clear, also pretty good stability. Here are some samples taken with the 32 megapixel front camera, also quite clear, good skin tones. Infinix has also provided a front flash on the top left of the phone. Best part, you can increase and decrease the intensity of the light as well. So now take selfies in super low light scenarios as well. Then the front camera too supports 2K 30 FPS video recording. It's mostly clear and stable, but highlights do get blown up at times. But still overall really good. The camera performance is overall good for a phone in this price. But if I had to nitpick, 4K video recording would have been a cherry on the cake. But sadly, no 4K video recording support on front or rear cameras. Coming to the display. So we get a 6.78-inch 3D curved AMOLED display with a resolution of 2436 by 1080 pixels. It's a gorgeous, vibrant 10-bit panel, the colors pop and the text is super crisp. 120Hz refresh rate adds to the much needed smoothness to the interface. It's really well optimized. Didn't notice any lag or stutter. On the top is a punch hole notch housing the 32 megapixel front camera. The fingerprint scanner is embedded under the display. It's snappy and really quick to unlock. No complaints here. Then watching movies and TV shows is an absolute delight on this display. Content goes edge to edge and looks absolutely stunning. It also comes with Widevine L1 certification, so content from apps like Netflix and Prime Videos will play at full resolution. We also tested 4K HDR videos from YouTube and they played flawlessly. We got full resolution, no lag or buffering. Also with HDR support, everything looks super bright and vibrant. By the way, this phone supports 1300 nits of peak brightness, so you don't have to worry about using it outdoors as well. Coming to the audio. Well, firstly, dual stereo speakers. There's one on the top and one at the bottom, and the speakers are powered by JBL. Let's see how they sound.
That's what we should be talking about.
So, Infinix really paid attention to each and every aspect of this phone, and it absolutely aces in the sound department. It's loud, the audio is crisp, and surprisingly the speakers sound very rich, so you can actually listen to music on your bedside table or on your office desk. Dual stereo speakers make watching action movies so much more immersive. Stellar experience, I'd say. Coming to the interface. So it's running the latest Android 14 OS with XOS 14. Frankly, it's really smooth and very well optimized. We see some pre-installed apps, but really few as comparative to its predecessors. It's almost clean. When it comes to updates, Infinix promises 3 years of security updates and 2 years of Android updates, which I think is pretty decent. It's packed with other features like a dynamic bar, where you can see more info on the top bar of the camera, just like a dynamic island. You can see it while phone calls, you can see it while call recording, you can see it while charging, you can see it while face unlock. It's quite a fun thing to have. But one of my favorite standout features have to be the halo lighting at the back. But you can custom set this color and style for notifications, for music, for call alerts. You can set it for custom contacts, while charging, and so much more. It's a nice touch. Let's talk about the main deal, the performance. So it's powered by the Dimensity 7020 chipset. It's a 5G chipset and the performance overall is pretty sturdy. We didn't experience any app crashes or lag in our time of testing it. The unit we have came with 8GB LPDDR4X RAM with 8GB virtual RAM expansion support, giving you a total of 16GB RAM. Apps launch super quick. Multitasking is such a breeze. And with abundance of RAM, most recently used apps are still in memory. Voila. Then we ran the Antutu benchmark and it scored about 4,72,000, which is pretty good. Then we have 256 GB storage here with storage type UFS 2.2. We ran the speed test for that as well and it scored 999 MB read and 853 MB write. Coming to gaming. So we played everyone's favorite BGMI. I must say, it played flawlessly. We got about 45 FPS and we didn't experience any lag or drop frames. It just played so well. Yes, the device did heat up a little, but not to the extent of getting uncomfortable. Easily playable for long hours. If you like playing such games on the phone, the Infinix Note 40 Pro won't disappoint. Alright, final thoughts. So, Infinix has packed in so much that it surprises me. Firstly, wireless charging was a dream in this segment. Plus, they have added support for MagPower and MagPad. The camera is overall really good, the performance is pretty impressive, the design is gorgeous, though I wish it supported 4K video recording, so keep that in mind for people who are looking that as a priority. Now, we don't have the price for this phone at the time of making this video, but we're expecting this to be somewhere under 20,000 with card offers, which makes it a super compelling buy. I'll share the price, availability details and the purchase links below in the description. If you'd like to buy one, you should definitely check it out. So I hope this video was helpful. If there are any questions, mention them down in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer them all. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until next time, cheers.